The most populous countries in the world are those that have large absolute populations, that is, they have a high number of inhabitants. The world population is 7,794,799,000 people, according to 2020 data from the United Nations, UN, and it is not evenly distributed on the Earth's surface. In this video we will show you which are the most polluted countries. Number 1. China. China, officially the People's Republic of China, is a country in East Asia. It is the world's most populous country, with a population of more than 1.4 billion. China spans 5 geographical time zones and borders 14 different countries, the second most of any country in the world after Russia. In 2018, the estimated population density of China was around 147.8 people per square kilometer. Although China is the most populous country in the world, its overall population density is not much higher than the average population density in Asia. Number 2. India. India is the second most populated country in the world with nearly a fifth of the world's population. According to the 2019 revision of the World Population Prospectus, the population stood at 1,352,642,280. India has more than 50% of its population below the age of 25, and more than 65% below the age of 35. In 2020, the average age of an Indian is 29 years. However, the number of children in India peaked more than a decade ago and is now falling. The number of children under the age of 5 peaked in 2007, and since then the number has been falling. The number of Indians under 15 years old peaked slightly later, in 2011, and is now also declining. The sex ratio was 944 females for 1,000 males in 2016, and 940 per 1,000 in 2011. This ratio has been showing an upwards trend for the last 2 decades after a continuous decline in the last century. Number 3. The United States. The United States had an official resident population of 331,449,281 on April 1, 2020, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. This figure includes the 50 states and the District of Columbia, but excludes the population of 5 unincorporated U.S. territories: Puerto Rico, Guam, the U.S. Virgin Islands, American Samoa, and the Northern Mariana Islands, as well as several minor island possessions. The United States is the third most populous country in the world. The Census Bureau showed a population increase of 0.8% for the 12-month period ending in July 2012. Though high by industrialized country standards, this is below the world average annual rate of 1.1%. The total fertility rate in the United States estimated for 2020 is 1.638 children per woman, which is below the replacement fertility rate of approximately 2.1. Number 4. Indonesia. The population of Indonesia was 270.20 million according to the 2020 national census, an increase from 237.64 million according to the previous census in 2010. 56% live on the island of Java, world's most populous island. Despite a fairly effective family planning program that has been in place since 1967, Indonesia's average population growth per year was over 1.1% for the decade ending in 2020, nearly having 13% population growth for that decade. At this rate, Indonesia's population is projected to surpass the population of the United States if the population growth is not maintained. Number 5. Pakistan. Pakistan's estimated population was 207,774,520 according to the provisional results of the 2017 census of Pakistan. Pakistan is the world's 5th most populous country. During 1950 to 2012, Pakistan's urban population expanded over 7-fold, while the total population increased by over 4-fold. In the past, the country's population had a relatively high growth rate that has been changed by moderate birth rates. Between 1998 and 2017, the average population growth rate stood at 2.4%. Dramatic social changes have led to rapid urbanization and the emergence of megacities. During 1990 to 2003, Pakistan sustained its historical lead as the second most urbanized nation in South Asia, with city dwellers making up 36% of its population. Furthermore, 50% of Pakistanis now reside in towns of 5,000 people or more. Number 6. Brazil. The population of Brazil is very diverse, comprising many races and ethnic groups. In general, Brazilians trace their origins from three sources: Europeans, Amerindians, and Africans. Historically, Brazil has experienced large degrees of ethnic and racial admixture, assimilation of cultures, and syncretism. Brazil has conducted a periodical population census, beginning in 1872. The population of Brazil is about 212.559.000.